Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Nieh and Mr. Troutman, thank you both for being here today. Mr. Nieh, as I've spent a good amount of time, in the Navy, but also before that as a student at the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy as a marine engineer, working with power plants, and I appreciate, your leadership in this industry. And I think the NRC right now is at a critical crossroads. Its independence is under pressure. Key staff have been removed or have left. And amid all that, the NRC is being asked to do a lot more and to do it faster. You recently, served at the Institute for Nuclear Power Operations, a respected industry-funded nonprofit. While it earned praise for its safety mission, I have real concerns about applying that model to the NRC. INPO is funded by the very industry it evaluates, and its findings aren't made public. That's just not the level of independence and transparency we expect from our agencies. And as the NRC is asked to do more with less, I worry about the appearance that the Commission is in the pocket of the industry. We can't have the American public feel that nuclear reactors are being deployed without independent oversight. The stakes are just too high. As Commissioner, how will you ensure the NRC maintains true independence from industry, even as you collaborate to meet ambitious deployment goals?
Thank you, Senator. I appreciate the opportunity we had to meet, and I also appreciate the common connection we have with our merchant marine backgrounds. To your question about NRC's independence and being asked to do more at a time where the resources may be challenged with the staffing levels, Senator, if confirmed, I fully commit to ensuring that NRC's safety decisions are made independently. Moreover, when I think about your comment about industry and NRC being in the pocket of industry, in my experience working for a private company, an electric utility, as well as the Institute of Nuclear Power Operations, I have observed and learned that those private organizations are 100% committed to the safety of their operating facilities. In fact, I believe from my experience at INPO, the Institute of Nuclear Power Operations, that the high level of safety and reliability that exists today in America's nuclear power plants that are operating would not be possible without the work of INPO. Mm-hmm. So I believe that NRC is an independent regulator, that is by law, and at the same time, independence does not imply isolation. So I commit to doing the job independently, focused on safety first, working with the other members of the Commission and the dedicated staff to the NRC to ensure that safety will always be the #1 priority, but we will listen to all stakeholders.
All right, and then the NRC is being asked to significantly reduce permitting time and issue more licenses than it has in decades. The administration wants 10 new reactors licensed by 2030. That's nearly as many as have been done in the past 25 years. Can that be done without sidelining public participation or compromising safety?
Senator, I think the public has a right to access the federal and government processes that are involved with a nuclear power project. So if confirmed, I commit to ensuring that the NRC follows all applicable laws and statutes related to public participation in their licensing process.
And do you think we can license 10 new reactors by 2030 and do it safely?
If it comes before the NRC, I commit to you that I will work with the current members of the Commission to ensure that any agency decisions are done with safety as a top priority.
They also want, meaning the administration wants, 3 small modular reactors up and running by next July. A lot of this technology is still untested or is in testing, and some of these projects only recently broke ground. From an engineering and safety standpoint, does the timeline seem to you to be overly optimistic to get these 3 up by July?
Senator, I don't want to speculate on the optimism of any particular schedules of goals. What I will say is that If anything comes to the NRC, if confirmed, I will ensure that NRC does its job with safety first. It has to be safety first. Recognizing there are some timelines that are on the table, but the work of the agency has to be done with safety. Beyond the regulatory process, sir, during our discussion, you recall we talked about some of the other factors that go into a nuclear project, such as financing, supply chain, particularly for long lead time components, as well as the workforce to construct these projects as well. So those are things that are not directly under the purview necessarily of the NRC, but those are factors that would also need to be considered for any timeline of a large nuclear project.
All right, well, thank you. I do believe that nuclear is part of the solution here. We've got rising energy demand needs. Clearly, this needs to be done in a way that's safe and where the general public is fully informed. Thank you.